All right, hope this next one doesn't cramp on your style. Coming up. So hello, yep, it's Friday again. We've got gear, we've got beer. We're here to review it all. So we've got another Fortune Favours here. We've got the Mystic Hazy IPA from Wellington. It's pretty tasty. I do like a hazy IPA, so I might be a little bit biased, but it's a really good beer. I'll get back to that later. Today we're going over crampons. Specifically, we're looking at the Petzl range. We have a few other brands as well that we do, but we're just going to cover the Petzl today. We've got a few different options in the range. The first thing to look at, I guess, would be the attachment system for your boot. So you've got like a fully automatic kind of crampon attachment system. So you've got the wire on the front like this that goes around if you have a toe bell on your boot, if you've got like a fully rigid boot, and then you've got the clip on the back. So that would be what would be like a fully automatic kind of system. So this is the dark crampon here, which comes with that. And then you go down to like what I call a semi-automatic system or a hybrid. So that one's got the clip on the back, but then it's got a basket on the front. So this works really great for if you've got a boot that's got a bit of flex in the front, but is still pretty stiff, and has that clip on the back because it's got enough rigidity in the back to support that. It's a bit more secure than your strap-on crampon, a little bit easier to put on. But the strap-on crampon is great for if you've got a more flexible boot. You still want a bit of rigidity because when you're doing crampon stuff, you don't want like a super flexible boot. But if you don't have that clip on the back and you've got a bit more of a flexible hiking style boot, you can do the strap-on. The great thing about Petzl is that they're all modular. So if you buy them in any setup, you can buy the extra components and swap everything out. So for instance, if you got, the Irvis here, you got it set up with the basket on the front and the clip on the back. This is the same. So the same crampon on the boot here with two baskets. So you could get the baskets and swap them and put them on there and all of that sort of stuff and swap it all around. And then you can put them on ski boots and stuff like that as well. So going over the different kinds of spikes that are under your feet, once you've figured out how to attach them, we'll get to the point of that. So over here we've got a kind of lightweight ones. So you've got some aluminium options here. Aluminium is great because it's really, really light. It's just not the most durable option. So if you're going over like more icy terrain, more rocky terrain, general mountaineering, that sort of thing, you potentially want to look at steel. But if you're doing more like ski touring, that sort of thing, where you're just doing glacier travel, snow travel, that sort of thing, it could be a really good way to save a bit of weight. The Petzl ones in this lightweight category also come with this Dyneema cord, which means the crampons can fold up and become really, really compact in your pack. So that's quite nice and handy. You can also get a replacement cord, which doesn't weigh much. It's handy carrying a spare pair in your bag as well, in case you did break it for whatever reason. But yeah, you don't really want to be walking over like rocky ridges and things like that because you could potentially damage the cord. But they are super light. So you can get that in the strap-on version or the clip version. And then you've got a hybrid one here. So this has a steel front section. This is the Irvis hybrid. So it has the same front section as the Irvis crampon here, but it's got the cord and the aluminium back, so you save a little bit of weight there. So this is designed a little bit more for ski mountaineering, where you're mostly doing snow travel, glacier travel, stuff like that, but you might want to climb up something to ski down a couloir or whatever. So you've got the steel on the front to support a little bit more use on the climbing aspect of things. But you still want to be cautious of this sort of system. It's not the most durable. Moving on to a more traditional style with the steel bar in the middle. So you've got the Irvis crampon here, which is a 10-point crampon. So that's a great walking crampon. See, I've got it on like a hiking boot here. So that will be great for walking around in the snow, doing all of that winter snow travel. You could use it on a glacier, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, comes in two orientations, so you get it with the clip or with the baskets, but you can, yeah, obviously swap it out. And then moving up to the next step, relatively similar, but then you go on to 12 points. So this is the Buchan. This is a 12-point crampon, so this is what you would probably want to look at if you're going more into that mountaineering style. So 12 points will just give you a lot more contact to the snow, especially when you're sidling on steeper terrain and that sort of thing. So it's going to get you through some entry-level mountaineering, you know, like grade 1s, grade 2s, or even harder than that if, you know, actually you could probably do most mountaineering with this kind of crampon, to be honest. I've got a pair of these. This is actually my pair here that I've attached to the boot. And yeah, you can climb all sorts of things in these, like you can climb ice in these and that sort of thing. Horizontal front points work really well. Moving on from the horizontal front points that you see on these are really great for snow and even some ice. You get it to the vertical front points. So these are really more specifically for ice. So you have the Sarkin and the Lynx here, and then you've got the Dart. So the Sarkin, you can see here, it's got a little bit more width at the base of the tips. So that means that it'll still bite okay in the snow, whereas the full vertical tips here will just kind of cut through it like a knife. Whereas this one will still bite in the snow a little bit. And it's a little bit lighter than the Lynx, so this could be a good technical mountaineering crampon if you're climbing ice and mixed and all sorts of things. Moving up to the Lynx, you get modular front points. So that means you can change it into mono like you see on the Dart here, or you can replace the front points if you're doing a lot of intensive work and you're wearing them out a bit and you're grinding them down. But you do gain a little bit more weight over the Sarkin there, and you don't get that extra width for the snow travel. And then moving up to the Dart, you save a little bit of weight from the Lynx. You lose a point here, which means they won't be quite as good for your walking and that sort of thing, because they won't grip on the sidling as much. But they will be a little bit lighter, and this is really your really technical ice and mixed climbing. So if you're wanting to send some gnarly south faces and things like that, this is a fantastic crampon. Or if you're wanting to try really hard routes on the Ice and Mix Festival this year, this will be an awesome crampon to get. Sweet. I think that basically covers the Petzl range, and we have all of them in store at the moment, aside from this one here, which is coming this week. Yeah, feel free to come in if you have any questions, and we'll be here to help you out. Cheers.